Unleash your creativity with OpenAI Sora, the text-to-video generator model. Now, what can we do with this model? Well, very simple. You insert your text prompt and create high-quality video. How do we know what prompts to use? Well, you found the right video. I'm going to take you through. First, give you a quick rundown on how to be creative. First thing you got to do is head over to Sora.com. Now, take note, a ChatGPT Plus or Pro subscription is required for this one. Thankfully, I have VIP clearance, so I can take you through. Let's check it out. First one here, prompt. Office room, high-rise building, glass windows full of people that are dressed like cats. Well, that does look fairly accurate. Next one, dense forest, tiny velociraptors running past a protoceratops. That actually looks half decent. I like the graphics. Quite nice scenery. Looks like a video game. Next one, Stegosaurus, walking through dense forest of tiny little velociraptors. Pretty intense. Maybe some computer hardware, CAD rendering, or maybe we want to throw ourselves in the gym with a single person, or maybe that's too spacious. We'll go for a whole gym full of people. Don't judge their movements too closely. Or maybe you want to look at a human cell at super resolution with lots of organelles. Okay, that's not very accurate rendering there, but not too bad. Next one, maybe we're looking at memories being formed in synapses. Also not very accurate, but we get the idea. Or maybe it's a synaptic cleft, like a dopamine synapse. Probably what we're releasing right now as we watch our YouTube video. Or what about the DNA helix being transcribed? I like the AI's take on DNA. That's actually half decent. Let's refine this prompt and add a little bit more detail. What about DNA double helix with 4 nucleotides, adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine? Well, that's not half bad. We can see a little bit of detail. I feel like there's 4 different colors there. That's half decent. What about a G protein coupled receptor spanning the cell membrane? That looks rather creative. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but that does look interesting. Or what about the phospholipid bilayer with membrane proteins? Ooh, that one looks a little glitchy, but yeah, not too bad. Okay, let's get back to something more realistic. Maybe a business meeting with people, central focus on a T-Rex, dressed in a suit making notes, something like that. Wow, it's actually done really well on this. Why does that remind me so much of... Anyway. Business meeting with people and central focus on the T-Rex. Or maybe something a bit more casual. We got a nice racer sitting in his seat, gaming RGB computer in the background, festive lighting, looks amazing. Or maybe that same racer on a motorbike cruising through the canyons. That does look quite realistic there as well. But this is all good and well. How do we get you to be able to make your own prompts? Well, there's a few very simple things you need to go through. The first thing I've done is created 7, we'll call them prompt tips. Very, very straightforward. First one, leverage comparisons or analogies. Be descriptive and visual. Specify the style or genre. Indicate camera angles and movements. Mention time, weather, and lighting. Use dynamic action verbs. And focus on color and mood. But it's not enough just to list a few tips. I feel like we need to go a little bit further. So what about giving you some guided prompts? Now these you could take and refine and turn into your own narrative. We'll call them prompt framing. First one, assume the role of a movie director. Wait, this is kind of boring. Why don't I just show you? There it is. Assume the role of a movie director. We've got a car chase actively... Whoa, this actually looks really realistic. Minus the cars driving in reverse. That's a bit odd. Oh, this one reminds me of Diary of a CEO. That's kind of cool. Now, add in a little bit of audio and you could totally turn this into a really cool podcast. I imagine you can keep the narrative going. This one took a little bit of work, but this is reminiscent of all of those fantastic animes we grew up on. That one took a bit of work. I had to add a lot of sound effects. Nothing like touching down on Mars in your SpaceX shuttle, perhaps? Cool little futuristic noises. Or maybe you're blasting through a rather urban-looking city somewhere in the future. Don't know how far ahead in the future we might be, or maybe you're trying to simulate some sort of news broadcast. Could be an interesting way to spend your time there. We've got a little bit of Saturn in the background, always relevant. Maybe you want to create some sort of hyper-realistic venture through space-time continuum with cats controlling the universe. The limitation really is your own creativity. Now, I've left those prompts in the video description. If you decide you want to have a play on this, by all means, have a look. But don't forget, you do need that ChatGPT Plus or Pro subscription. Otherwise, you can't have any fun, at least not yet. Good luck out there. Enjoy the video creation process. Maybe share some comments if you find yourself getting lost in your creativity. Maybe you want to post that up as well. Or if you derive some better prompts, maybe share those as well. I'm sure others will find that beneficial. Good luck with your video generation process. I'll see you on the next video.